Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL Codes Up and Down matches. I'm Tasteless. Up and down. I'm Tasteless. With me is Artosis. Together with Tastosis, the Cassian Archon. And I got to say, we got a serious group of badass nerd killers. They're going to be fighting to stay in Codes. Again, I think out of almost all the GSLs we'll ever have, this is the most unique up and down set of groups we could have ever expected. I mean, we had people like Nestea in these groups. We got MVP today. These are people who are actually GSL champions who could be at risk, in this case MVP, of potentially trickling down into Code A.
In fact, our first group, Tasteless, has 3 champions in it.
Yeah.
It has Genius, the champion of BlizzCon, MVP, the champion of the GSL, and Alicia, the champion of my heart. I love his Protoss.
You got me scared there for a minute. I was like, uh-oh, Artosis. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to stop you before you say Alicia won a GSL. Yeah, Alicia, definitely the man crush for Artosis. He is a very solid player. He is
so the second best Protoss in the world. He is so that.
That will always be seed for me, Artosis. But, no, Alicia's really been proving himself. He's been rapidly improving in his games on camera. He's got good early game, good mid game, good late game. His decision-making is solid. At the same time, we have guys that have already brought results to the table. We have IMMvp, the Game Genie Terran, against Nestea, the champion of BlizzCon, which we had the pleasure of casting. MVP, I think, out of this group, if we had to put our money on somebody, if we had to put our lives on the line, I'd say we'd expect MVP to get out. But Alicia is very good.
Yeah, this is actually very true. I can't imagine MVP not getting out of this group.
Yeah.
I feel like MVP overpowers Genius. Alicia could possibly be MVP because he's just so good with DTs. But I feel like MVP 100% is going to get out of this group.
Yeah, well, I think with our map lineup, which we will talk about a little bit later, but I do want to mention the first map is Xel'Naga Caverns, and that's a pretty good map for MVP, TVP.
Yeah, that's a solid map for him.
And he's got a lot of experience on that. We call MVP the Game Genie Terran because it just seems like he's cheating. I know for those of you guys who are actually quite young, little young nublets, little nublings.
Nublings.
Little nublings out there. The Game Genie was, of course, that thing you could use on Nintendo that would give you, like, infinite lives and stuff. And that's sort of what it seems like with MVPs. It's just like, oh, my God, is this guy cheating?
Yeah.
How is he this good? By the way, did you actually ever know anybody who used a Game Genie as a kid?
No, I wasn't friends with the losers.
They have no souls. I mean, it's like, what? Like, you're not even learning how to get good at life, man. You're using Game Genie on Nintendo, man? Get good at the game. All right, let's take a look at the match results.
Tasteless, the critical child.
No, man, I used to yell at my friends that use cheat codes to beat Warcraft 2 single player. I was like, no, man, I got no respect for you.
All right.
Hey, you know what? They grew up to be jobbers. No, they did.
I bet they did.
They did, man.
It's very telling.
So here we
go.
go.
You approach a video game.
That's exactly how I do it. So yesterday's match results, Virus. He was a solid player, but just not solid enough. Fruit Dealer and Ace.
He did advance.
No, excuse me. I don't know why we have that little. Yeah, excuse me. I'm like completely misreading this. I just woke up, guys. I slept well. We have a Virus advancing, and
Fruit
Dealer as well. And now, we have Killer, that's Song-Ho, advances to Code S. And sadly, Slayer's Boxer, this is sort of weird.
Yeah.
He's in Code A.
Yeah, he is.
He is, man.
What can
it's quite
I say,
strange.
Man? He's going to have to try to get back those up and down matches.
Now on to day 3 for Group E. For Code A, we got Alicia coming up from that area. MVP, oddly enough, was dropped down into up and down matches. Genius dropped down, which is shocking, but not as shocking as MVP.
Yeah.
I think actually out of everybody, there was an upset coming into the up and down matches. It was MVP. We were all like, whoa.
Yeah, of course.
Weird.
He was the one guy that you're like, well, I think he's probably going to win this season of GSL. And then suddenly here he is in the up and down matches.
Group F, Terran Group, Rain, Top, and Hyperdub.
Couple OGS Terrans, Tasteless. Might be a heartbreaker if Rain takes that first set.
Yeah, no kidding. And as you can see here for our first players, it's going to be a PVT. Here's Alicia. Now, don't underestimate this guy. Her toast is not incorrect. Take a look at those Code A results.
Yeah.
That's pretty telling.
He did not go 2-1 even in his loss. Well, let me tell you something about this guy. His ID is Alicia. I was talking to him backstage, and his manager, he apparently picked up his name from Dungeon Fighter, a game he really liked. It's an item in that game. If you ever play that game, it's a really low graphic fighter for computers you can use on basically any PC.
Yep. It even runs
Very
off your
popular,
CPU, not your graphics card or anything like that. So it is a pretty solid little nick there by him. And I got to say, hold that thought. We're going to go into MVP. We got Hyperdub. He won against, then losing to Jelizer.
Yeah.
Who's, of course, now.
Twice.
Yeah.
Who's in the finals now.
So I guess there's no shame in MVP really losing to him. We knew that Jelizer was good. We just didn't know he was that good.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Well, I knew he was that good.
Apparently.
I didn't think he was going to win that, but I knew he was that good. Genius has been kind of quiet since he won BlizzCon. This is a guy that was supposed to win a GSL right off first couple seasons.
He's definitely more confident.
He's very, very confident.
Now, it says MVP Genius. MVP is actually the name of his team.
Yeah.
So don't be confused by that. There is a player MVP.
Imagine if MVP recruited MVP.
Whoa.
MVP.
It's like...
I'm like, shut up. I heard you the first time.
The universe would just implode.
I hope that's not all that
I hope
takes.
that's not true.
There is some evil scientist that watches the GSL that's like, I have a new plan.
So, I don't know between these two first guys. I think on paper, we look at the results, we got to say, should be MVP that wins, but you never know. You were just cracking yourself up, Artosis.
I'm imagining that being your plan to destroy the universe.
I'm going to somehow get MVP recruited onto MVP.
He comes over and starts working for MVP, trying to get him big sponsors and stuff so they can buy him.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our players after we take a shot at our sexy studio.
That is pretty sexy.
It is a sexy studio we have down here. On the left, Alicia. On the right, MVP.
Now, guys, this is going to be a good match. It absolutely is. Alicia is, his PvT is pretty strong. Now, recently OGS Supernova did kind of mop up the floor with him in Code A, but Supernova, I'm actually saying it, that guy is one of the top Terrans in the world. I feel like he's maybe top 2 up there with MVP. I love his style. It's very forward-thinking. So this is going to be a good match still, I think. The maps are pretty good overall. I'm excited, Tasteless.
I am amped.
Can my man crush take down
the Game Genie Terran? Let's find out here head-to-head. The map is Zelnaga Caverns. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. We're Tastosis. We're going to see which of these players is going to go into Code S and which one has one more shot of going into Code S. Otherwise, they will drop down. 2 of the up-and-down matches, and right as I said that would have been the perfect segue out. We are going to have to restart the game. Somebody was dropped. So hold on. You can stop breathing in that paper bag. The game will commence.
We just got to look at them a little while longer. That's fine. Look at them. They're both very handsome.
They're handsome guys. I like those glasses.
Yeah.
I like that headset they each wear from Razer. They do change lighting, depending on the APM.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if they were mood headsets, they're both very sad.
Yeah, blue even.
Blue.
How are you feeling? I'm feeling very blue.
A little blue.
How are you feeling? Feeling red.
I'm scared it turns yellow. Now, all right, it is on. The game has started, so when our green commentator is ready, we're going to switch this screen onto our in-game screen. Here we go. In the red at the bottom left, coming up from Code A, he's playing with the big boys now. She is Alicia.
That's a man's name now.
It's a man's name now.
I feel so bad for any girl out there with the name Alicia, because guess what?
Your name is so manly.
He's my favorite Protoss. That's the end of the story.
In the blue, we have our Terran.
IMMvp.
Champion of Season 4. Slaughtering Marine King Prime in that series. And then, in a big upset.
He stuck him like a pig.
He did.
Marine King, oh, did he squeal like a pig.
So as you can see the map record here, Alicia has not lost yet. 2 wins, MVP, 4 wins, and 1 loss. So All we can really make of those statistics is that they're both pretty good on this map.
Yes. One of them undefeated, the other guy at 75%. Obviously, this favors Slayer's Alicia.
Yes.
I'm sad about this group, Tasteless. One of these 3 great champions is going to go to the Code A. And it just doesn't feel right. None of them seem like they belong in Code A to me.
Well, this is what's funny about StarCraft 2 is with everybody getting so much better, all of a sudden we're going to have players like Slayer's Box or players like Leonok Boyu, people that have been in Code A or will be in Code A. And that just goes to show you how much more competitive StarCraft 2 is getting every season. I mean, imagine a few months from now. There'll be moments where there's going to be several champions just in Code A. It's quite possible.
Wow.
Now, some of you guys might be wondering, why did he make the depot at the entrance, but then make the barracks a little bit farther back? Well, one thing about making the depot at the entrance is you are going to spot the moment the probe comes in if you send it out at the right time. It's just a few seconds sooner, which is what MVP did here. And that's good because that way you don't have to graze into that corner of your base and check to make sure that there's gateways or anything else weird like that.
Now, I'd love to point something out about MVP's play here. I like the wall-in, and I like his tech route. He's got 2 gases going for a factory. Alicia is a lover of Dark Templars. He loves to use Dark Templars if at all possible. So leaving MVP's build open towards getting a Raven if needed. Now, I don't know if he's going to Raven Rush. I think he is. But I think that's just a great choice because we've seen just so much strength from Alicia based off the DT. He and Sun Zenith have really been leading the charge to say, hey, guess what? DTs control the map. They're invisible. They do 45 damage. That's more damage than StarCraft 1. They wear capes.
That's serious business. They carry, how do you say, a scythe?
Scythe.
A scythe.
A scythe does 45 damage, Tasteless.
Yeah.
45.
That's more than some of the laser beams in this game.
Tasteless more than all the laser beams.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Hellion slips out to scout here. Now what he wants to do is just get down here and see if the Protoss is going to expand. That's going to give him a better idea. And Alicia, how many gates does he have, Artosis? Do you mind just double-checking?
He has 3 gates, Tasteless.
3 gates? Okay.
Solid opening.
And he is making a pylon outside of his opponent's base, so he might want to go for some kind of contain with a force field here. I didn't force field in time. This Stalker should be able to catch up to this Hellion before he can kill off the probe.
Yep. Goodbye. But he gets a good scout off in there. Alicia has proxy to pylon, as you see.
Now, I want to say I have been experimenting with DT openings a little bit more, and they are very good against Terran.
The only problem is if your opponent actually goes for a Raven Rush, it is auto-loss.
Oh, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, and in fact, if they go for a Cloak Stalker, you're dead.
What you have to do is you have to try to counter into their main constantly with DTs while you buy time.
Yeah, but pretty much you're dead. I mean, that's such a hard counter, and it costs so much to get to DT tech. So you have to be careful of when you go for it.
Well, what you have to do is you can't do it all the time. Now, in this case, he's not going for DTs. He's going to try to do a
pretty
bust.
Nice. We've got to put up some force fields. Very good move by Alicia. Very smartly done. And, you know, with those Guardian Shields up, Marines do almost no damage to the Stalkers. So getting a lot of damage in there.
He's going to warp in some more units and go for round number 2.
Yeah. Right now, supply-wise, 26 for MVP and 42 for Alicia. I wasn't joking, Tasteless, when I told you Alicia is capable of winning this match.
Well, this is an interesting timing rush.
Oh!
Very nice.
Beautiful force field.
That's going to let those Zealots really do the damage to that Marauder. They're going to take out that Marauder. Now he just needs to deny him access into the bunker. Almost did just that. Well, backs off.
He's going to deal so much damage anyways to these SCVs. Tasteless 18 supply.
Now, no, Terran's not even mining with the SCVs.
Yeah, he's mining with a mule.